Hi everyone. So I'm going to show you something that you've seen before, just done my way. I took a piece of plastic. This came out of an old towel warmer that I had, and I just took a drill, drilled a bunch of holes in it, and then put some wires on the side of it, and then just kind of pressed it down into my mold. The idea, of course, is to do something like a colander pour, but I didn't really want to hold a colander, so this was just an easier way to accomplish that. Now, I will tell you now, I didn't drill the holes really big enough. I got some of what I wanted, but quite frankly, it wasn't as great as I would have liked it to be, because those holes were about, not half, but maybe about two-thirds the side they need to be. So I will re-drill this and do this again. All right, let's move forward. So I've pouring in my goat milk into my and lye into my oils here. Oh, and also I have a little bit of kaolin clay here and sea salt. Now I've used more liquid oils in this recipe because I wanted it to stay rather fluid so that it would flow through those little holes. The one thing that I would do differently, or will do differently next time too, is that I think I will use less olive oil and maybe more rice bran, just to keep it a little more fluid. All right. So we have here indigo and blueberry powder, spinach powder, flaxseed and yellow squash powder, and tomato powder. And be adding equal amounts of soap into each of these. So there's not a lot to say here, except that I wish I'd made bigger holes. Now here at the beginning, when the soap was very fluid, you can see it's going down through those little holes. See the indentations? And this worked pretty well until the soap started to thicken up a bit. And I forgot to mention, this has a cucumber essential oil. One of the things that I do many times when I'm using multiple colors is I get confused on what order I'm going. So I had this great idea, not before I did this soap, but going forward, is I'm going to number them. I'm going to put numbers on each of the containers, 1 through 4. That way, when I look down and see which one's in my hand, I just go to the next number. So that way I won't get so confused. But as you can see here, see it's already starting to thicken up a bit. And that was a real concern that I had. In fact, as I went along here, I had to start tapping it down to just get it to fall through those holes. And what I realized is I am sorry here I got my big fuzzy head in the way, but one of the wires came loose, so I'm actually having to hold it on the end. And I actually became wise finally in a few minutes and got some gloves because I was really having to get down and dirty with the soap. So then what I was doing there is actually shaking we'll just call it the screen, up and down to get the soap to fall through. That's how much it's thickening. So here I'm just kind of spreading it over the top, and then the other end came loose. So it was then that I decided I need my gloves. So I just decided it was so thick, I just couldn't keep pouring it through. It just wasn't going to cooperate. So I decided to just set this aside and pour the rest of it into the mold. And that's not very high up, as you can see. I thought there would be a lot more soap, but because it was so thick, it just wasn't going through. So at this point, I just thought, okay, it'll be a two-level soap. It'll be the screen pour on the bottom and then layered color on the top. And that's what I did. And so that I didn't waste anything, of course, I scraped off the actual screen. Is this a mess? I know. It was a fun idea. I just didn't implement it perfectly. But next time, there's always next time. And I love that about soaping, is it's so forgiving that even if you don't do a perfect job, you can come up with something lovely. And even if you don't, well, there's a chance tomorrow, right? I was just talking to another soaper recently, and what we're going to do is work together on a soap using some natural food products in soaps. You've seen me before use kale and carrots and coffee and goat milk and coconut milk and almond milk and those sort of things. And we're just going to work on some others, something that we haven't maybe seen before, and hopefully some things that you will find interesting and will enjoy. So watch for those. And also, if you have any suggestions, let me know. You know I'll try anything. And I'm also working on the chat room, which should be up in the next 24 to 48 hours. So for those of you that were in the call-in meeting that we had recently, I've almost got it done. And for everyone else, got a fun surprise coming for you. All right, fantastic. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Leave feedback. If you would, click that little bell to get notifications once you've subscribed. And a thumbs up if you like the video, please. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Goodbye.